Hello everybody and welcome to this tribute to Rory Gallagher, Ireland's first rock star who died this week at the age of 47 in a hospital in London. I first came across Rory Gallagher when he fronted his band Taste in 1968 when they supported British supergroup Cream at their farewell gigs in London. By 1969, Taste became one of the biggest hits of the huge Isle of Wight festival, and in 1970 Rory broke up the band and embarked on a solo career which continued until his death earlier this week. Rory became a great friend of 2FM, or Radio 2 as it was, when it started in 1979, and I met him and interviewed him many times over the last 15 years. He was always charming, always modest, always shy. In a nutshell, he was one of the nicest guys I ever met. In terms of his career, musically that is, between 70 and 75, he was at his most prolific. He wrote brilliant songs, he released great albums, and he performed many memorable concerts. Now what we have for you tonight is divided into two segments. Later on, we're going to see a concert recorded by RTE in Cork in 1987. But we'll start with something a year later, in 1988. This is when he was on The Late Late Show and was talking to Gay Byrne. And before we see the two of them having a conversation, we'll take a piece of music from The Late Late Show, from Rory Gallagher. And this is Solo Rory, and this is called Out on the Western Plain.
Now when I was a cowboy out on the western plain, when I was a cowboy out on the western plain, well I made a $500,000 working hard on the bright rain. Come a cock jiggy, come a cock jiggy jiggy jay. Come a cock jiggy, come a cock jiggy jiggy jay. What was the greatest battle ever on the western plain? What was the greatest battle ever on the western plain? Is when me and a bunch of cowboys rode into Jesse James. Come a cock jiggy, come a cock jiggy jiggy jay. Come a cock jiggy, come a cock jiggy jiggy jay. Now when me and a bunch of cowboys rode into Jesse James, when me and a bunch of cowboys rode into Jesse James, bullets were flying just like a shower of rain. Come a cock jiggy, come a cock jiggy jiggy jay. Come a cock jiggy, come a cock jiggy jiggy jay. Look out, Jesse. What was the greatest battle ever on Bunker Hill? What was the greatest battle ever on Bunker Hill? Is when me and a bunch of cowboys rode into Buffalo Bill. Come a cock jiggy, come a cock jiggy jiggy jay. Come a cock jiggy, come a cock jiggy jiggy jay.
Olympia for 4 nights, starting the 17th, and then you're in Belfast and Limerick and Galway and Cork, and then you're off on a UK tour.
That's right, indeed.
You're a busy little lad, aren't you?
Oh, well.
This guy was born in the Rock Hospital in Ballyshannon. Is that what they call it?
I believe so, yeah. I don't remember it myself, but... I believe the hospital is still there as far as I know, but they didn't put the plaque up yet, you know, so...
Any day now, Rory, any day now.
Working at
So
it,
how come you went to live in Cork then? What was that all about?
I don't know. Various reasons, but that's where I grew up really and went to school. But I spent time in other parts of Ireland as well. And no harm done, because you end up with a nice, you know, need to travel, and I like the gypsy lifestyle, so it suits me fine.
At what stage did you start tinkering with guitars? And
9 years of age.
was it 9?
Yeah, I had a ukulele with a picture of Elvis Presley on it when I was 6 or 7. And
Ukulele should have had a picture of George Formby on it, I would have thought.
it was a plastic instrument from Woolworths or something like that.
I see, yeah.
But I kind of knew from seeing Elvis Presley and hearing Big Bill Broonzy and Leadbelly on the TV and the radio that that's where I was aiming at. But the first wooden guitar was 9, so I'm afraid I inflicted myself on everybody from there on in, so there you are.
And was the music in the family, Rory? Was your dad,
Yeah, my father was a very good accordionist, my mother's a good singer, and both sides are fairly musical, which is usually the case in this country anyway, you know.
Yeah. They encouraged you or tried to keep you back? Or?
No, I was encouraged, but I was more interested in American roots music really than Irish traditional or opera, which you might hear at home or something. But I had this sort of great love of sort of Leadbelly and these travelling musicians in America.
Yeah. And when you're hearing those on record, it's extraordinary that you would have been listening to Leadbelly and Big Bill and all of those. That's where I came in as well.
Yeah.
You know, originally. Yeah.
Well, on the BBC they used to play on jazz programmes, blues and folk was then... it wasn't like rock and roll blues. That's, or AFN, for instance, the American Forces Network.
All of that. Yeah.
And of course, people like Chuck Berry and Lonnie Donegan didn't hurt either, or Buddy Holly, Eddie Cochran. They all, you know, at that stage, just to see somebody playing a guitar and singing was enough to just switch me on. You know, I wasn't too snobby about it. You know.